Hello and welcome to the Christmas edition of the BFD podcast. Today we are here for our last interview of 2022, and we thought we'd make it a bit festive, and we thought we'd also go out with a big guest to finish the year. So please welcome to the show Wellington Phoenix squad member Betsy Hassett.
Woo-hoo!
Thank you.
So, welcome to the show, Betsy. How are you today?
I'm great, thank you. Just watched the semi-final of the World Cup.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Exciting stuff. Set the stage. Where are you?
Where am I? I am just in Wellington, in my room. I just got up early this morning to watch France, Morocco. I thought Morocco was going to have them for a minute, but France were too good. But it was a nice morning.
So I'm going to start with the really big. I'm going to start with the big question. What inspired you to come back to the Phoenix since you had played all over the world? You played in Iceland. You played in Nan City. You've done the Olympics. So, what inspired you to come to the Phoenix after a stellar career overseas?
Well, I couldn't say no, really. The first women's professional team in New Zealand. I've always wanted to play professionally in New Zealand because obviously I was born here, and I've never been able to do it. So finally, 32 years later, there's a team, and I am so stoked to be able to come and play here and get to know all the young girls coming up in the game. So basically, it was an opportunity. I couldn't say no, and I am so happy to be here and finally get to play in my home country professionally.
So we understand that you were, in your time in Iceland, you were some sort of education teacher. So is that something you would look towards when your playing time is come to an end?
Maybe at the moment I was just doing it because it worked well with my football schedule. So I'm a kindergarten teacher back in Iceland full time, and then I work all day and then go to training in the evening. And so it's pretty full on and busy and tiring, but I get a lot from the kids as well, so that's really nice. But maybe I will continue doing it after football. I'm not sure. I'll have to see what happens. But at the meantime, I'm just doing it sort of to learn Icelandic, the language, and it works well with my schedule. So that's where I'm at the moment.
Are you thinking about moving to Iceland permanently? Apart from the love interest, what else is there about Iceland that appeals to you? Like, what's so cool about being over there?
Oh, it's a beautiful country. It's pretty much like New Zealand, really beautiful, lots of nature, really small, like not many people. So I quite like that little community lifestyle. I bought an apartment over there last year. So basically it's pretty much home for me now. I've been there for 5 years. So I'm just on loan at the moment, and I'm going back after the season for another season at Jonathon, my club over there.
Yeah.
But I could see myself living there for good, but you never know what happens. Yeah.
So what would you say so you come, I think I read yesterday it's like 18 hours or something crazy to fly from Iceland back to New Zealand.
Yeah. It's more like 34 hours with all the layovers.
Long time to be sitting in a tube. So you've come from the European style of play to the A-League. What are the key differences? What are you noticing that's different that you're having to adjust to and change with the way you play?
Well, I was actually quite surprised with the the league here, the level so far. I thought it was going to be a little bit better, to be honest. So it's pretty similar to what I play in Iceland, because yeah, I think it's developing still here, compared to like the US or Sweden or England, for example. They're much more sort of physical, fast, more technical, I think. So I think, but I think it's a really good league, and it's like so good that we've got a team, the New Zealand team now in it, so we can start developing better technically and just tactically and in every way. But yeah, no, it's fun I've always wanted to play in the A League, so now I've played 4 games. We haven't done too well so far, but we will stay positive and hopefully get a win this weekend.
So you talk about the season so far. So how do you believe that, how many wins do you think we can get? I know it's a bit of a weird one, but
how many wins?
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping we can start winning soon. But I mean, we've already played 4 games down, probably a quarter of the way through the season. So, I mean, if we can get 3 or 4 wins throughout the rest of the season, I think that would be awesome for us. It's going to be tough. Yeah, we've got a very young team, so we're still kind of developing in that area. But I think it might take a couple of years to kind of get a more competitive team in the league. But this experience now, like the younger girls are getting, is just going to make them better in the future. So I don't think we should be too worried, and just keep going out there trying to win a game.
That's what we like to hear. Keep it positive. That's what we love.
Yeah, we're on the positive side as a supporters group. What are you teaching the young kids? I mean, they're not kids, but they're young adults. You've been doing this for a while.
What can I teach them? I think maybe just resilience. Keep going, even though, like, don't give up. Keep going. Keep striving to be better each week, and do the right things to make yourself improve, really. And yeah, just keep going is all that I can kind of. I've been doing it for a long time, so I'm hoping the girls that I'm playing with now will also keep playing and go play professionally, go in these bigger, and like go out of your comfort zone, go to live somewhere else. And that's what will improve you and improve your game, I think, is going to play with better players.
So you talked about the Men's World Cup. So we've got the Women's World Cup coming next year, 2023. So we've asked a lot of players out there getting their personal opinion, and since you're here, we may as well get yours. What is your opinion on having the Women's World Cup this side of the world?
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's so cool. I'm so looking forward to it, to play in New Zealand and like inspire all the young girls here and boys. It's so cool that like it's the biggest event in the world. So we're really lucky to have it in New Zealand and Australia. Yeah, I don't think a lot of New Zealand really knows how big the event actually is. So I think it will shock a lot of people how many people will come to New Zealand, and yeah, just the support around it. I think hopefully that we'll get a lot of support, and yeah, can play against our friends and family. So that's really exciting. And it's, yeah, what an opportunity. We're lucky to have this in our lifetime, like during my career that I'm still playing, especially to be able to have the World Cup at home is just unreal.
Yeah, and I bet
Who would you like?
You would have one in your time. Sorry, Jonathan. I never thought you would have one. I bet you never thought you would have one in your time playing.
No, no, not at all. So yeah, I'm really lucky, and I'm so looking forward to it.
Sorry, go ahead.
Who do you want to play? If you look at all the teams in the World Cup, putting aside the pool draws and da. which team would you love to go up against that you'd go, hey, I played against them while you were a footballer?
Ooh. I think I've played against most teams in the world, so that's a tough question. I don't think there would be any particular team. I'm quite happy with the draw that we got. Norway, Philippines, and Switzerland, was it? Yeah. So we've played them all before, and we've beat them all before. So it's really good opportunity for us to hopefully get out of our group for the first time. So I'm really looking forward to that.
So how do you think the World Cup will compare to, so you're a 3-time Olympian, how do you think the World Cup will compare to that? Like, what do you think will be different about this experience?
I think the main difference will just be that it's in New Zealand for me, because I've been to 3 World Cups as well and 3 Olympics, and for me every game is just the same. Really, it's just another game. Doesn't really, I mean, of course it's a bit more hyped up if it's the Olympics or the World Cup, but in my mind I could try and just think of it as another game so it doesn't affect my playing. But I think because it's in New Zealand, I think that will bring a bit more like excitement and fire and a little bit more enjoyment, maybe having all our family here and being in our home country. So
Has that been part of your why, like why you've kept in soccer, that that this is coming, or, like what is your why over the years? We've seen some people sort of migrate off the team, and, some people, are really trying to go for it right now and get on the team. But, over the years, like what has sustained you as a footballer? Is it the love of the game? Is it, the camaraderie?
Definitely the love of the game. There was at one point where I wasn't enjoying it so much. So I moved. Yeah, that's why I moved to Iceland, actually, just to kind of do something else. But then I missed it too much, so I started playing again, and then I really enjoyed it. And so I think it took me to step away to realize that how much it gives me being in a team, having all these friends around me, and going to play soccer every day is you really miss it once you stop doing it. So and I think I'm getting old now, getting pretty old, so I'm thinking when I should end and stuff, but I think I'll just keep playing until my body doesn't go anymore, or at least until I don't enjoy it again, then I'll stop. So definitely enjoyment, and and also having a balanced lifestyle for me is important. Can't be too much just football. You need to have a balanced then to be happy and keep enjoying it. So if I was just playing football all the time and nothing else, that's when I kind of lost the love for both my football and my life. So it's really important to have a balance, and then you love what you do. So
what does that look like? I mean, what do you do outside of football?
I was teaching in Iceland, obviously, but at the moment I am just training and focusing on football, and then in my free time I go do other things that I love to get my mind off it. So I go to the ocean, I go for bushwalks around Wellington, hang out with my friends, and rest and recover. And so that's basically what I do.
So you and I were in the Bay Area, 2009 to 2012. Go Bears!
Yay!
What did you learn from sort of that American way of doing things in football? I mean, I can point to a bunch of things, but I'm curious what you think and how your game evolved during that time.
I mean, I loved my time at Berkeley. It was one of the coolest times of my life, those 4 years at college. They're really football enthusiasts over there. I think that I enjoyed it mostly there, though, as well, because I was studying at the same time. So also there was a bit of a balance there. Could play football and with my friends, and then also when I was not, had study to do, so that was really cool. But yeah, and I also got to play with Alex Morgan there. She was a great player. Met some of my lifetime friends there, so I really enjoyed that time. And I yeah, the college system is just amazing. How much support you get there, and yeah.
So here's the question: do you think it's better for New Zealanders to kind of stay home now? I mean, they have a professional team. We have a professional team. You know, we have some academies forwarding around that. Or would you say to some of them, hey, you know, go check out the US system or maybe some other leagues? You know, what path would you suggest for younger footballers?
I would say it depends on the situation, depends on your age, what sort of opportunities you have, if you've had any offers, or I would say it's really important to I loved America, but it just depends where you go, which school is important. If it's a good school, good football school, good setup, good academics as well, I would highly recommend going. But then it's awesome that they have choices now. So if that's not something you want to do, move away from home when you're that young, away from your family and friends, then there's the choice of staying here and playing in the academy. And you can always go and come back also. So it's good that it's great that there's options now, whereas back in the day there was no options. I kind of had to go to college, otherwise I would not play football. So yeah, it's brilliant that now there's choices, and now people can experience whatever. You can go away for a couple of years and then come back and play at the Phoenix, or so that's great having the different options.
Just jumping in there, so one thing that I saw, and so you're another player on the Knicks squad at the moment who was like in the top, like given academic awards while you were doing study, which is pretty cool. So again, that goes back to the whole, there's life outside of football as well. There's academics, and it's so cool to have intelligent young women playing football in our team. So it's so cool for the up and coming players to look up to.
Yes. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm so glad that because when you're that age, when I was that age and went to America, I was just football, let's play football. But it was, now looking back, I'm so glad that I was studying at the same time, because when you're that age, you don't really know how important it is. Also, because obviously we're going to finish playing football one day, and then it's good to have a degree along the side to do something else. So I am really happy that I went to college and have a degree, and it wasn't just football, because now I can have options when I do finish, really. But you can always go back to school, I guess.
So yesterday there was a press conference, and Grace Wisniewski was speaking, and she made the comment that she's really excited to get back on the field to play next to you. Is that feeling mutual, or are you like, oh?
No, definitely. I'm so excited. I hope she's going to be back this weekend. Because we played the a couple preseason games together, and really enjoyed playing with her. She's a really great little player. She came to the Ferns camp, but then was injured, so didn't get a run there. But she'll get another opportunity. But so I'm just really looking forward to playing alongside her, and then maybe I can get a bit higher on the field as well. So that'll be fun.
Who are you cheering for right now across women's soccer? Who are you like, yay, yay?
I think England is always fun to watch. They've improved so much in the last few years. So I think for me, they're like really exciting to watch on the world stage, and doing so well. And it's cool to look at and see how they've done that, and hopefully that we can do the same.
Yeah. How are you going to get out of the group stage? Like, do you have a sense of like you can do it this time and get some wins?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We just need to prepare well, focus, and get out. And all these games this year, we've got a few games coming up January, February, and in New Zealand as well, against great opposition. So just preparing really well, and knowing our game plan and being confident and just believing in ourselves that we can actually win games, and have a great opportunity to do that at this World Cup with this group. So, yeah.
Cool. So we're just about at the end. So we just got a few just rapid fire kind of questions to ask. Number one, if you're on reality TV, you get picked to be on Survivor. Which of your Ferns teammates are you taking with you?
Oh my gosh. Stoddy. Rebecca Stott.
Cool.
Hey, by the way, we interviewed Grace Jolly, and she was like Betsy Hassett.
Nice. Oh my gosh. I feel so lucky.
Yeah. She's like, I feel like she'd be a good person to hang out, get out of
Oh my
situations. And I was like, she'd be cool on a beach, you know. Like,
Oh, nice. Oh, I have to tell her. Thanks.
Which of your fellow teammates would you raid their wardrobe? Who's got the best clothing style?
Oh, Daisy, Cleverly, for sure.
Nice. And who's the best dancer in the Ferns? Who's the best, going to get down and...
Definitely me. I think if you would say the worst dancer, everyone would say me. So I'm just going to pick me.
hey, that's beautiful. Anything else that's fun? If you were on the New York subway and you had to defend yourself, someone's coming at you, who you chucking in front?
Oh gosh. Maybe Kate Taylor, because she's so strong and she would fight them off for me.
She'd probably just smile at them and they would just like melt away. She'd be like, hi.
Well, I hope
I'm tall, I'm sweet, I'm nice. And I'll kick your butt if I need to.
Yeah.
Last one. Who in the Ferns takes the best selfies?
Oh, Ellie Riley. She's always taking a good selfie.
Yes, 100% yes.
Grace said Erin Naylor, so we'll go with Ellie Riley this week.
I forgot about Erin.
No, Allie's everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, that brings to the end of the podcast for 2022. We would like to thank Betsy for coming on today, and we want to thank all the people that have joined us this year, all the people that have engaged on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and here on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video, and we'll see you in 2023.
Woo! Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Betsy.
Hi everyone. So we've just filmed we've just done an interview with Betsy Hassett, and we'd just like to tell you what we thought about it, what we can improve on, and what we liked and didn't like. So here we go.
Ho, ho, ho. Betsy will be getting a puppy for Christmas. That was a cool chat. She's what I got out of that was that she's a worker. She works hard. She works absolutely hard, and her 100% focus is on her game and getting her game strong.
Yep. She's a footballer, she's through and through. And, I love that she is excited for the World Cup. She's excited for it to come to New Zealand. Like, I think that really keeps her going. Like, she wants to play in front of her home crowd.
How cool is that? You get to play against the world's biggest teams in your own country on your own home stage. What a perfect, it just doesn't get any better, really, does it?
No. And like she said, New Zealand has no idea what's coming. This is bigger than the Men's Rugby World Cup. We are going to get lots of fans coming in, and people will wake up to football. I hope people show up, but it will, just by the amount of people walking around this country talking about women's football. We're going to get a real boom, boom, wah, with what women's football is. Again, 1 billion people watched the last Women's World Cup.
So just to heads up, our first interview of 2023 is going to be a fan chosen interview by Brody. So can't wait to see who he picks. So that'll be our first interview of 2023. It'll be the favourite of Brody from 2022.
I've got a funny feeling I know who it'll be, and I'm pretty excited about it. I'm all about I'm excited. I think I've got like a little inside running on who Brody thinks is the best player in the women's team, and I'm pretty excited that hopefully we can get her back on. We can get her on again.
That narrows it down. Cool. Well, it's been a fun year. Go Wellington Phoenix women. Go Wellington Phoenix men. We're hoping for some wins in 2023 that we can watch our heart beat, and some goals, and we'll be there cheering everyone on.
Yeah, and we'll see you for 2023. And as I said, you'll see this at the end of the interview as well. But thank you for everyone that supported us this year. We've grown so much. Our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Thank you for all the help, all the people that help us and put the titles working on a day-to-day basis. We appreciate you, the people that promote us, our friends at Impetus Football.
Adam, our editor. God bless that.
Holly and Dean.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Hey, little corner of yellow.
And Ben and everyone there. So we'd like to thank everyone for all their work this year. And we'll see you in 2023.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. You goofballs.